Welcome, everybody, to episode number 98 of the Crown and College Show. We have, with this, done over 100 episodes between our point fives and our fantasy specials that we didn't really number. And even the one episode we did under a previous name, um, which we'll talk about that more in a little bit. I am Dan, aka My Saints Lost, aka I ain't talking about no goddamn football today. And I'm joined as always.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeremy, aka Black Dante, aka Confucius, aka My Falcons Calls Me to Drink, aka Somewhere Inside Your Auntie. That's all I got.
Oh,
Boy, I ain't got but one. Anyway, and today we are joined by the person who gave this show its name. Why don't you holler at him?
oh, that's me, ain't it?
Yes,
That's me. I did that shit. I did that, didn't I?
you did.
I did.
Go ahead and talk to
Yeah,
people. It's been a while since we had John. He was on before, but it's been many a moon has set and risen again.
many a day has gone by.
But I'm always here, even when I'm not. What's good people? I guess I just see, no.
From the top, and with us in the studio today is the person who gave us our name. Why don't you go ahead and holler at him? Take two
Oh,
and
so I'm
action.
supposed to say who? I guess I'm supposed to say who I am. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. AKA Riri is on one. AKA I ain't got time for y'all bullshit. AKA get off my lawn.
Yeah, that's pretty much real in a nutshell right there. Yeah, yeah,
Hey, that's it.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. That's about all the people need to know, to be quite honest. Yeah.
Really, that's it. It was good. How y'all fellas been?
Pissed.
We being the saint in Christ that I am, I've been lovely.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We
What?
already? Already. It's early.
Reed, what are you doing?
So,
Uh,
so what you playing?
you know that I am touched by the blood of the Lamb, and I'm endowed holiness on this day at this hour. What are you doing?
I'm
All right.
gonna step to the left
Pastor
because
Rambling.
getting hit by that.
I will hit
You
him.
know what, nigga?
Hey,
Look, there's only one Pastor Rambling, and that is V. All right.
no, man, you bust out with a rambling line though. So I mean, you wearing that hat today.
That ain't the point, Negro.
Because you started this by saying you was up inside somebody's auntie.
That
On
And
this
ain't
day,
the point.
on this
right,
day at this hour. Hashtag
That is,
refund.
that is
that,
not the point.
that's not Christ-like. It's really not.
It's in the text. All right. Living aunties is in the text,
Nigga, what
right?
book are you reading?
The
The,
book of John.
oh, what book are you reading?
The book of John. It's in Psalms 8 through 1. Look it up.
I'm like, John who?
Anyway, it's in John. A nigga named John was busting down somebody auntie. Look it up. Anyway, if y'all are listening to this, we are recording this on Sundays as usual. You will hear it on Tuesdays. On Tuesday, you can catch new episodes every Tuesday. And yeah, this is not a dream. This is not a nightmare. We are in the trunk apocalypse. But we'll get to that in a minute. So if you didn't know, if you didn't listen to the last episode, I have acquired me an apartment. I will be moving sometime in January. I will be finding out the exact date next month. And so I am in the process of creating a wish list suggested to me by my good friend Coney and the elect woman '08 on Twitter. And if you would like to donate, I ain't gonna release the list until next month when I know the exact date. But if you would like to donate, please DM me. Um, please contact me and help out the Jeremy. Help out the Durag connoisseur, please. Um, this is my first place, and I need everything because the truth is I'm broke. So help a nigga out if you can. Buy Jeremy things.
Buy Reed things because Reed birthday next week.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Hey, what day?
that's the 23rd.
23rd. Oh shit, that's too close. I have bills.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
Negro, when you coming back to Atlanta? I miss you.
I don't know. I think I'm off of Atlanta probation. I'm allowed back into the state of Georgia. So
Nope, 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 nope. The pit almost swelled up in me. Nope. See, this is why me and Reed can't be together. See, this is why. Nope.
I I got my clearance and I can come back.
Nope. Nope. You both of us gonna get a text from Alex sometime today. Hell.
Look,
No.
look, Alex already on speed dial. Just,
Look.
look, just in case you should ever have to go down in Atlanta, I'm calling Alex immediately because I don't want to be sitting in a jail cell by myself. Let
Listen.
me.
All right. But yeah, buy Jeremy things, y'all. Shit. If I could pull up my wish list now, look, listen. A nigga's broke. I don't know who. If one of y'all can get me this, nigga, I got a damn pull out queen size pull out sofa slash bed on my damn wish list, and I put that on there with no shame because nigga, listen, I can't afford a whole ass bed set right now. All right,
Look, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I have no shame.
But holler at your girl later, and I can tell you how you can come up just in case you don't get that bought for you.
Oh,
I can how
you
you come up.
you got the hookup?
I got the knowledge and the power.
All right, Kanye West. All right now.
Mm.
All right now.
A whole lot
But
happens in a very small budget.
but like what? Since we on the air, fuck it. Like, what do y'all suggest? Like, I'm coming to y'all. I love y'all. Um, just what do y'all suggest for like what was it like when y'all like first got out on your own? Like what was that like for y'all?
Um, hold on. Can I remember back that far?
Read please.
That was like 20 years ago. That's a long time.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was different back then. I mean, you had to, you know.
like went $260.
Look, that's like back when my dad used to tell me all the time, boy, you lucky. Like when I was coming up, gas was 129. I'm like, nigga, you old as fuck.
Look, gas like per gallon. The cheapest I remember gas ever being in my life was 85 cents a gallon. And that was regular. That was all the time. Like
Yeah, we
give somebody a 10 to fill up and get some change back.
we damn sure ain't gonna see that in our lifetime no more. So them days is long, long gone.
Very hard.
Long gone. But like,
So,
what would y'all like suggest? Cause like I got the essentials on here. Like I got my list pulled up. I got me a bed, like a pull out sofa bed. I got me a coffee table, a dresser, some kitchenware. Like what else I'm gonna need?
well, you're gonna have to prioritize.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna definitely like you want to get the big shit like that's necessary, like pretty much as soon as possible.
Like get the things that are absolutely the most important first, because kitchen shit, you got a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree in your neighborhood, get your life because it's just you.
Right.
You don't need a set of 8 dishes or a set of 8 glasses, nigga. You need 2 plates, 2 bowls, 2 glasses.
No, she's
And
not lying though.
I'm not lying. Silverware is $3 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? You can get all the shit you need to survive to allow you to save up and spend the money on what you truly want. And it's okay to do it that way. Like me, I just built, I'm rebuilding my entire life because I left all my shit in Texas. If it didn't fit in my car, it didn't go. And I did just that. 2 bowls, 2 plates, whatever the fuck. Call it a day. Bought a little cheap set of pots and pans from Family Dollar for $20.
Real quick, does anybody in Texas have your stuff or you just left it?
A little bit of both.
This is fine.
Like I gave stuff away, and then I didn't give away or sell. I just left.
But see, the thing, like, I don't really have, because my folks really, it ain't really enough space in my uncle's tool shed to, like, put, like, just stockpile stuff. That's why I ain't putting out the list until next year. I mean, not next year, damn, next month.
Next month.
Because he ain't really got enough space in his, in his tool shed to really hold all the stuff. So that's why I'm gonna wait to put it out.
Right. And that makes sense.
Yeah, ain't no sense of, if anybody is gonna help out, ain't no sense of putting it out now when ain't really no space to put the stuff.
Right. No, but you're just really gonna have to prioritize. Like real talk, my shower curtain came from the Dollar Tree. My shower curtain.
Yep.
$1. It's just get what you can to get you through. And then because you've never been on your own, you have no idea what you really want and need to make your life function.
Right. And then you know me anyway, you know I'm frugal.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with being frugal.
Look, I ain't Twitter nigga rich. I ain't got it like that.
I mean, who is Twitter nigga rich? They ain't Twitter nigga rich.
This is true. But I appreciate everybody that's been helping me out too. Like people can say what they want because people love to be fake bougie and that like they don't associate with nobody from Twitter. Like, but I've met some of the greatest people in my life that are gonna stay in my life through Twitter. Reed, you and Dan being 2 of them, but like people, if you're a good person and you ain't on no fuck shit, people will fuck with you and will look out for you. So shout out to everybody that's been trying to help me, whether I got your number or not. Like even if you tweet me or DM, and like shout out to y'all. It's been really appreciated.
Yep. The swag is finna be turned to the maximum. She knows.
All right, okay, all right.
Go hard in the paint like Flock of Flame. Marcus Main and he off the chain.
From the God had his own apartment.
You know what? See, this is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, I have plenty of nice things.
Oh, right? Like,
I don't know what the fuck you trying to do.
I swear I can't stand y'all.
But we would think if he was really a true hero on the God.
Reeb, what are you doing?
You dropping down on us like that. I'm just saying.
See, next time you're in Atlanta, no whiskey for you.
I bring my own whiskey. What are you talking about?
That ain't the point, Reed.
And you brought Parmesan last time. Therefore, you might be off.
Listen, all right. Y'all drunk it though.
You do realize that shit came all the way back to Texas with me, right?
Hold on. Wait. Because I bought, didn't I bring 2?
I showed up
bring 1?
With 2 bottles of Parmesan. Or at least 1 bottle.
Because I know we drunk one of them. I know me and Coney drunk it. Well, me, you, and Coney, I know we drunk one of them.
That peach berry.
We were drinking some brown.
I only drink brown. Even my tequila brown.
But hello. I can't remember completely. I know my mind bad, but Damn it,
You
bro.
really, you too young to have that kind of memory lapse. That's why you can't get high because you already can't remember shit.
Look, let me through it, all right? Let me through it. I
Man,
told you about that story when I tried to get high one time, right?
Lord, I can't imagine.
Well, that's why it really turned me off from smoking. I think really what it was though, because it was in high school, of course. You know, we were young and dumb niggas. I think the dudes, well, not in high school, like right after high school, right before I went to college. I think the dudes I was smoking with, they had some bullshit, and it turned me off from smoking.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah,
Right.
you gotta come out here to the West Coast, man. We got this shit legalized in every state up and down the coast now.
Yeah.
Come out here, get you some shit from some people who know what the fuck they doing with their weed. Get you an edible or something.
Yeah, I think the niggas I was smoking with that first time, I think they had some damn Mike Huckabee, and that turned me off from that turned me off from smoking.
I mean, it really does have a lot to do with the atmosphere, the weed, the people, because it's really kind of an experience if you think about it.
Right.
Because, like, the difference between being drunk and being high is some shit go down and you drunk, guess what? You still drunk while that shit's happening. Some shit go down and you high, unless you're high off an edible. Your shit will sober up in a minute.
Like when that fire hit your ass, that
Mm,
shit that was sober your ass up quick. Rest in peace,
no.
Richard Pryor.
Rest in peace.
Uh,
And
well, in any rate, again, thank y'all, and hope we gonna when I move, drink. We're gonna have the house party and drinks on me.
okay, so you can't have a house party until at the earliest April.
You right?
Because I'm gonna be on travel lockdown until at least April. Because I got paper, so I can't afford to add another trip into that trip. So you gotta wait. I'm driving to Atlanta.
All right, all right. How we'll wait until April. House part, Jeremy's housewarming party. Um, I will not be responsible. Look, this ain't bourbon ball. Like any hookups y'all get, don't it ain't on me. All right, this ain't bourbon ball. Any TL babies y'all acquire, don't blame me.
I mean, it don't count if A, they ain't on the timeline, and or yeah, they ain't on the timeline. I'll just stop
Reed, please.
because
Reed, what are you doing?
I just saying plastic don't make babies, so I'm good.
All right. Why do I swear I can't stand you?
Wait, what I do? I'm just here.
Yes, that's what you did. Yes.
Look,
All
I'm
right.
just here.
So moving on. Uh, as I said earlier, you are not in a dream. You are not in a nightmare. You are not having an out of body experience. The apocalypse
Officially started.
has officially started. A talking anus is some people's president elect. I don't claim that motherfucker. Um, and it really ain't much you can say that hadn't already been said. There's been so many other people and podcasts covering it, but yeah, Trump got the president elect. I was at work. What was it? Thursday. Watching him. Was it Thursday or Wednesday? Whichever day it was. Um, when Hillary gave her concession speech. And speaking of, man, look, I saw that at work. Me and a couple of coworkers was in our break room watching that. Man, I had never. felt so bad for a white woman, man. You could just look in Hillary's eyes and tell she had been crying the whole night. Like it was hard to watch. Then Barack came out, um, always with the freshest of suits. It's amazing that man done been through all this hell in these last 8 years, and even though his hair done turned gray, his hairline's still intact. That shit is amazing.
Yeah,
Look,
and for all that, he got to turn this office over to this motherfucker.
To this motherfucker. This is what I want to say. Cause really, fuck that motherfucker and the GOP and um everybody who love him. But this is what I want to see. This is what I want to speak on. Hopefully it's died down. At least on my TL, it's died down a bit. But and this shit really been going on since Monday. I really want us, I'm talking about black folks, to stop fighting each other over whose fault this is and blaming each other, because this is completely white people's fault.
it is.
Like it's no other person to blame other than white folks. It's already depressing enough that this motherfucker is gonna take that Barack has to hand off the baton to this motherfucker. But
To somebody who has spent 8 years saying that he should not be president because he was not born in this country. He has spent 8 years trying to prove that Barack Obama is not a United States citizen. And now you gonna have to let this motherfucker sit in your chair.
like I know, I know, like, well, Barack is, and look, as much as I think we black folks, and I'm not talking about the like super woke black folks. I'm talking about like the general black folks. I think we, as much as it is hurt that we've come to the realization that Barack is more of a centrist and willing to compromise than we would like him to be, and maybe even like he would like to be like, but that's just who he is. And I think we've come to accept that, as much as some of the stuff that he says, while he has to say it, quote unquote,
Right.
it still doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. I'm pretty sure
I mean,
Joe Biden wants to I'm pretty sure Joe Biden wants to fade that orange, and I refuse to say his name, but I'm pretty sure that Joe Biden wants to fade that motherfucker. I don't like the memes that been going around by Joe Biden.
They are the funniest things ever.
Right, that's the bright spot. Other than also, one the good thing, before I talk about the bad stuff a little bit more, one good thing that came about the election is there were more women and black women being elected to positions of power than I think in any election process, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was
Right.
like what, like 5, 6, 10 women of color being elected to like state positions or federal positions that had never been held before. And
Yeah.
not even in just blue states, but in red states too. But like that was the small good that came out of the talking orange being the president elect.
But I think there is another level of positivity in this.
What's that?
What, because what, 49% didn't vote, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. The lowest
And now,
turnout since, by proportion, the lowest turnout in a long fucking time. That's all I remember. Can't remember exactly how long it's been.
so now we are faced with potentially detrimental government in all aspects of the government, not just the president elect, with the House, the Senate, all that shit. This orange Cheeto is trying to put the most fucked up people in position.
Like if there was an all-star team of worst niggas ever, it would be this.
Right. And he is like fucking, oh God. But I think what it has done, hopefully, across the board, black, white, whatever, is that maybe people will start to realize how important voting is. Because there's a lot of people that seem to think that when you vote in the presidential election, that the only thing you voting for is the president,
Right.
instead of all the rest of the shit that you voting for.
Yep, didn't gain the amount of seats we thought we would. Thought we were gonna get 51, got 48.
Yep.
Didn't flip any government. Didn't flip any governors. Lost 3 governors.
Yep.
Like, yes, voting for the presidency is it's big. It's important. I mean, that's the leader of the free world, as they say. But a lot of people stayed home, and in doing so, really, again,
Right.
it's bigger than the presidency. And yet, I mean,
The one thing
I can't think of a presidency in which a winner was announced and people began to fear for their lives and their safety and their ability to exist freely in what's supposed to be the most free country in the world.
because there's never been a president elect that has given people the quote unquote power to no longer have to be politically correct.
Which
And that is
I,
what I don't like about that concept of being politically correct. It's
this
like
was go ahead, Harry.
we've been spending all these years under a blanket of political correctness and never fixed the problem.
We or the illusion. Like this
And it's easy to think that something's not going on when nobody around you is speaking on it.
yeah, and like I think we were spoiled by President Obama because even though he's not a quote unquote progressive, he's still more of a centrist, but he still is more progressive than any president we've had, even any Democratic president we've ever had. Like with some of the stuff that they were able to do,
Yeah.
especially concerning LGBT rights, like all that shit is about to be gone.
All of it.
Uh, but this was basically white people, whether with their vote or not with their vote, to piggyback off Yuri about the people that didn't vote. This was basically white people telling us, "Fuck you, darkies. Fuck you, Latinos. Fuck you, gays. Fuck you, men trying to be women." Like all the ignorant, negative shit. That's basically what white folks either with they vote or not with they vote, and not even just people that voted Republicans. Because I'm looking at you, Bernie supporters, who when your man didn't get the nominee, decided either to not vote or not vote Democratic or vote for Trump. I'm talking to you, Bernie Bros. White people in general told everyone else that wasn't straight, white, and male, fuck you.
Right.
And we, black folk, well, we quote
Because
unquote got a wake up call.
if you look at it, from a probability and statistics standpoint, only half of the registered or half of the eligible voters got out there and voted.
Right. Now,
So
when you,
even
oh,
half of the country voting, 66% of white women
white,
voted for Trump.
66%
Of white women voted for Trump.
voted for
Now,
Trump.
the half of the country who did not vote that could have voted, unless we just want to just be illogical and believe that the half of those people that didn't vote are primarily going to vote Democrat, the math don't add up on that.
Right. Like this is why it's not. And look, I'm not saying that the Green Party doesn't, voting third party doesn't to get deserve to be clowned, because a lot of this stuff is problematic, and they are the papoose of political parties, if we're being honest.
Mhm.
With that said,
Wow.
where's the lie? Like they
Yeah.
have pie in the sky ideas that are good on paper, but in probability aren't realistic, and a lot of them are low key racist. Um, um, but with that said, this wasn't the fault of any black person that voted, any black person that didn't vote, any black person that voted third party, any black person that decided to do whatever the hell they wanted to do with their vote, which is their choice. This is on white folks. because unless you're, and this is what I mean, what I been seeing a lot with some of these quote unquote pro black people and pro black political people blaming black people for doing whatever the hell they want to do with your vote. Unless you're an idiot, of that 50% that resaid, last time I checked, and I wasn't the best at math, but last time I checked, black folks only 13% of the population. So if you think that 50% and 13% of that is all black folks, you're really just looking to blame black people, because last time I checked, white folks still the majority in this country. And
Yep.
like we said, if you think that of those undecided, unregistered voters that didn't vote, if you think they were gonna vote Democrat, you're deluding yourself. Even with the people that voted third party, if you think that those, because people say the third party vote is a waste and that could have went to Hillary, what makes you think that it would have went to Hillary? Because when you divided that up, when they divided the third party up, half of it went to Hillary, half of it went to Trump, and then the other little portion didn't even didn't even vote anyway. So what makes you so certain that it was gonna go to Hillary? It could have, in all fairness, it could have, but again, America ain't that woke. America,
I'm gonna tell you what it is. So Donald Trump, right? He campaigns and he stirs up people because he says what they want to hear and he tells it like it is and so on and so forth. And I'm air quoting as I'm saying that stuff, right?
right? Of course,
Those folks heard what they needed to hear from him and they immediately hitched their wagons to him.
Yep.
They wasn't thinking about, oh, well, Gary Johnson, XYZ, or Jill Stein, XYZ. They heard Trump and they locked into Trump. These people locked into Trump before the Republican primaries. They locked into
right,
Trump as soon as he started talking, as soon as he hit the campaign trail.
right.
And then
It
you
was
got the
Democrats, hold on. Democrat voters was the ones who was exercising all this nuance. And y'all have probably heard, seen me write this on the timeline many, many times. Heard me say it on the podcast probably many, many times. Said it on Facebook many, many times. Any place that I can express myself, I've said many, 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 many times that the only side that's expressing any degree of nuance on this, is Democrats.
Mhm.
Even, the Jeb Bush fans or the Marco Rubio fans or the Ted Cruz fans or the Ben Carson fans or the Bobby Jindal fans or the John Kasich fan, whoever came, Carly Fiorina, everybody who came out of that primary, all them people didn't go, when their candidate got knocked off, shit, I wonder what I'm going to do now. They ain't do that. They said, oh, it's going to be Trump? Well, fuck it. That's why I'm voting.
Right.
You
And
know,
then that
we,
group of
we were
people,
still on November 5th, November 6th, November 7th, listening to people talk about, I'm still voting for Bernie.
Bernie wasn't even an option.
Wasn't even an option, but people were still talking about, I'm still voting for Bernie. You think any
11
of them Republican supporters of Jeb Bush or Carly Fiorina or Ted Cruz, you think any of them was going, I'm still voting for Ted Cruz?
11,000 people voted for Gorilla or Hennessy. So
Thank you. So people, being stupid and, people throwing away their votes and shit like that. We get that every year. Um, but them, them likely Republican voters wasn't saying, "Oh, well, shit, Ted Cruz is out of it. Guess I better write him in," or "Guess I better stay home from the polls." No, they then found the thing to hitch themselves to in Trump, whether it was his racism or his sexism or his
all the
pro-life
isms.
stance or his xenophobia or his stance against immigrants or whatever,
or their dislike for Hillary.
or the dislike for Hillary.
Because that is a big, I've noticed on Facebook before, I've unfriended and muted half the motherfuckers on my Facebook.
Right,
Um,
smart.
is that a large part of people who voted for Trump did it because they did not like Hillary because she's corrupt and she's a liar. I'm like,
What
here's the
politician hasn't
and here's the thing. I was completely girl, I guess, with Hillary
right?
because I don't necessarily agree with her position on a lot of things. However, what I do believe is if I have to choose between someone who has been a politician for the last 40 years, basically, versus someone who ain't never been in politics ever in his life, I would rather take the risk with someone that if they are making a decision for the nation that might not be positive, can understand the ramifications of doing so in the long run versus somebody who's just doing shit all willy-nilly and has no idea how that might play out. Regardless of whether or not you agree with what Hillary would or could have done, you could not sit here and say she could not have calculated and know how it was going to play out. This other thing is just going to be, oh, let's do this. Oh, wait. Nah, that might not be a good idea, after shit's already in place and starting to fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, he knows nothing.
May I say again?
He knows nothing about anything that you need to know to be the president of the United States. Can you see what will happen if he has to go to North Korea and talk to somebody?
Oh, we definitely going to war. It's not even like a debate. We are definitely going to war.
And we will not be going to war in we're going to come over to your country and help you get your shit together. No.
No, it's going to be for our, like, a lot of people ain't going to make it, bro. Like, a lot of people are not going to make it. Like, but again, like, I saw an article where someone said it was white internalized misogyny is what helped Trump won. One white man or some shit like that. And I was like, the gag is both. You know what I mean? Like, it's white when whiteness will preserve whiteness. Like, it's not, which is again why I'm taking note of all these black folks, that we see on Twitter, on Facebook, social media, whatever. It even in our everyday back to lives, because I had to set one of my coworkers straight because he was on some like, well, shoot, the reason Trump won is because black folks didn't get out and vote. My nigga, 94% of black women voted for Trump. 80 was for Hillary, sorry. 80, was it 88% or 80, something like that?
88, 89. It was high 80s, definitely.
Black men voted for Hillary. We did our part. We showed up. But again, we only 13% of the population.
Again, in terms of the people who voted, yes. The only even kind of rebuttal I could even proffer for that, and the numbers kind of bear this out. 6.5 million people stayed home who voted for Obama in 2012.
Even still, it's still white folks' fault.
It's mostly them. It's us too, but not, again, like you said, not big enough of a dent to.
Right, like bro, we could have voted 100,000%. Not saying they wouldn't have had an impact, but bro, when you get 90 some odd percent of black folks voting for you and you still don't win, we wasn't gonna put no dent in that. We wasn't gonna put no dent in that. Not with the overwhelming number of white folks that either voted for Trump with or without their vote. We weren't winning that, bro. Like, some of these people are just using the numbers game because they want to be politicians themselves to blame black folks, and I'm tired of it.
It wasn't enough. Again, we wasn't enough. Like I say, I get pissed when I think of all the conversations I had in the run up to the election, and people who was all, oh, I'm not staying at home, or I didn't even vote for Obama the second time, and all this other shit. And it's like, I mean,
and for the record, I'm not saying that people, we shouldn't get out of vote, because we should. With that also being said, I also don't like, on the other hand, when people like to be like, the ancestors died for you to go out and vote. It's like, well, yeah, they also died for a lot of stuff that we don't do, such as respecting women, such as respecting LGBTQ people, which we'll get into in a minute. And niggas choose, which, yes, it is a choice, niggas choose not to respect
them every single day for their own interests, just like what white women did this election, going against their own interests to preserve their whiteness. Like,
no. Now, and that's the real and the true of it, because a white woman will put her whiteness in front of her womanhood every freaking day. And that's
we
what
saw that.
That's exactly what happened.
Even against their own interests.
Right. Because I saw a post that somebody said that she didn't need women's rights. So that's why she was voting for Trump. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Without women's rights, you wouldn't be allowed to vote at all.
I think I saw that too, Ree.
So I'm like,
right.
You think past the end of y'all's tongue is the problem. Like, I got a friend, I had to put him on, I had to hide him. I don't know how his girlfriend ain't kicked him the fuck up out the house, because he voted for Trump. They're Mexican.
Wait, say that again, Ree?
They're Mexican. He voted for Trump because Hillary is corrupt. And I'm like, you voted for a man who stood on national TV multiple times and said that you are a rapist solely because,
which is irony, but you know,
are right Mexican. I'm like, he gonna put you on the first bus on 35 South out this bitch. I don't care that you was born in this country.
Right.
If he had his way, he'd ship you out.
Right.
Quick.
It's because I was finna say, you know, Latino people, y'all ain't completely off the hook, because even though the majority of you voted, it was still like 30% of y'all that did vote for Trump. So it's like y'all can't say nigga no more.
You know what? I really think the fact that they get to check that white box on the application has made them forget that they are actually brown.
Right. Some of them want to be white. But anyway,
yeah,
with all this being
the
said,
Jade and XD podcast, which shout out to Jade and XD, always great friends of the show. Jade has a rant about a little over halfway through their most recent episode that addresses that voting demographic. I won't repeat it, but please check that out because it's good stuff. So
yes, but I say all that to say, even still, you know, that's just, it's kind of like little side, you know, side beef or whatever. But ultimately, this was white folks' fault, and it was white folks telling us, yeah, nah. So with that, we move on. I hope, and this is my hope, and it's a hope because, again, I don't have much faith in niggas, but I hope this will bring us as people closer together, because we gonna need it. Because, and especially our LGBTQ brother and sister, because they the ones that gonna get hit first and get hit the hardest.
Look,
because the second that the second that Trump gets in there, say goodbye to trans discrimination laws, say goodbye to
Marriage Act.
same-sex marriage equality, say goodbye, say hello to nationwide quote unquote religious freedom, which is basically LGBTQ discrimination just hidden behind religious freedom. Like, say goodbye to all that. Say goodbye to, probably say hello to an increased suicide rate among LGBTQ people, especially Black LGBTQ people.
8 people in the LGBT community have committed suicide that we know of since his presidency, since he won the presidency.
Yeah.
Right. So now this is, and again, this is maybe splitting hairs here, but this is my own pet peeve. This is why all you niggas, and I'm using that gender friendly too. This is why all you niggas that whenever LGBTQ topics come up and you opt out, just like white women opted out, you opt out of it, and You say all this stuff about, well, it's just my opinion. My opinion can't harm nobody. All this shit. This is an exact reason why that shit is bullshit. And
I would say this is the fruit of your opinion right here.
This right here is the fruit of your opinion. Whether you voted for Trump or not, y'all share the same sentiments. And this is the fruit of your sentiments right here.
Because there's a difference between having an opinion and doing things that prevent other people from having theirs.
And if there was ever a clear indication.
Exactly. That's just like the debate between pro-choice and pro-life.
That shit is just pro-birth, man. I don't even call it pro-life no more.
Right. But pro-lifers don't understand that people that are pro-choice are not necessarily pro-abortion. We're pro-choice. You have the right to make that decision. I should not stand in your way. My decision don't matter. That's what people cannot think. They cannot think outside of their own little tiny bubble. And I want to punch them in their goddamn face.
Right. I also hope that this would be a lesson to niggas to listen to black women when y'all talk about intersectionality and privilege and opting out, because again, white women, this is a clear indication of it, because a lot of us do it a lot all the time when it's black women or LGBTQ issues, which again, they're gonna get hit the hardest and the fastest. This is why. This is exactly what black women be talking about. Because white women became white people. White women went full white women.
Completely. And I told somebody the other day, I was like, a vote for Trump is a vote against every single thing that makes me who I am.
Every single thing.
Single thing.
It's
that
like
who I am, you voted against it.
Right. And all this because it's apparently it's gonna be a million woman march on the Capitol, which, let's keep it real.
Oh, but they changed the name because realized that black women had already done it. I'm like, you realize?
Wait, hold on. Wait, say it again, Ree.
They're planning to change the name because it was brought to their attention that the Million Woman March had already been done by black women, so they needed to change the name. I'm like, how did that get brought to your attention? How did that not automatically come to your mind?
Right.
Because the Million Man March was black in the first place. So the math, it's good for you. It works. But no. Yeah, they're going to change the name.
Must be nice to be white. But yeah, it's like
I'm so glad. I'm gonna say this one thing, and I said this on Facebook, that I was so glad that I don't work where I used to work, because I was the only black woman in my department. I was one of 10 black people in a company of 500 people. I am now in a position in an office that is 80% black.
Yes, that's the one thing with where I work. Like, even though most of the people in higher positions are white, it's to be like our head director is an old white lady from Louisiana, from New Orleans actually. Which hello. But other than that, it's mostly black. So I'm fortunate in that regard.
Right. Because I already know if I had been in my old job, I would have lost my job. And I could tell you what person would have caused me to lose it.
That's a damn shame.
Is it bad that I know exactly what person would have caused me to lose my job?
A little bit. Just a tad.
I know exactly who it would have been. And I'm like, the goddesses was looking out for you, girl, even though they gave it to me in the most fucked up way.
Yeah, we will not speak of that.
We shall not speak of that because if I was a woman, some folks will be catching the fade. But that's neither here nor
They can still catch fades. There's a whole long list of people that can catch fades. But at least I don't have to get up and go to work in the morning and feel like I need to beat the brakes off of everybody I'm around.
there. Right.
That
Right.
gives
At
me
least you have peace in that regard.
right. There's a little bit of peace. I mean, I still be side-eyeing them white hoes because I don't trust y'all.
It was hard for me to look at my white coworkers, nigga.
Whoop.
When I tell
Look,
you,
they didn't even want to converse with our asses. Like,
listen,
some of them was just like real timid. I'm like, say what the
listen,
fuck you saying, go.
listen. Like my coworkers were looking at me like they had just ate like they had the I just ate stinky ass face, and I was like, say something. I was just waiting on to say something. Say something. Please say something.
And it's weird because I live in a state that obviously went very blue, and work in a state that went very blue. And it's, like it where I live, it's a little easier to find a Trump supporter. Where I work, it is damn near impossible. Like in Portland, you don't run across very many Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Like it was one dude a couple months ago. I saw him on the highway, like on an overpass road, and he had his Trump pen sign up, and like everybody on the highway was giving him the finger pretty much because traffic was going kind of slow. Everybody sees this idiot, and everybody roll their windows down and give him the finger.
Hilarious.
But yeah, it's hard, and so I know the distrust that y'all have because you can look in these folks' eyes, and you legit don't know.
Right. You looking like was it you? Was it you?
Right?
Is it you?
You had something to do with this? Did you?
It's
Did you
like
do
being
anything?
on TV and you trying to figure out who the killer is.
Exactly.
Is it right?
And like I said, out here, man, it is like I said where I live. For example, if I went and ran errands like in the Washington side where I live, ran errands in a Colin Kaepernick jersey, I might get some ugly glances, not because he's on the 49ers, but because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he decided to protest the anthem and kind of became the face of that movement. But yeah, no, like down in Portland, man, you get compliments and you do shit like that. Like, yeah, I'm glad you're wearing that jersey. Take a stand. You'll ride around various neighborhoods and you'll see Black Lives Matter signs like in people's yards, and you'll see them like in their windows. And Portland's optics, it's 70 some odd percent white and like 6.5% black. So like nothing like anywhere I lived other than Canada. But yeah, yeah, no, we again, like you see somebody supporting Trump out here and you're like, what are you doing here? Like how do you even
How do you even exist?
like how you get by out here? Like, I mean, go back to the other side of the state or some shit.
Exactly. But we'll say all that to say, like, for real though, like, please uplift our LGBT brethren and sister in prayer, please, because they need it. Like, it's not a game and it's not a joke. Like,
No.
it is not a time for your, it's just my opinion as bullshit. Like, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, opinions, and I had to have this brouhaha with somebody online the other day. Opinions are I like coffee more than I like tea, or I think coffee tastes better than tea. That's opinions. But when you start talking about, oh yeah, I think racism against black people is okay, or I think that it's fine to be mean to immigrants or belittle the LGBTQ community. Like you're not in the realm of opinion no more. Like you are ideologically fucked up
You are in full blown bigotry.
because now you're saying yes, like everything that person stands for, that you voted for, is okay. And so when people are saying, "Hey, I have a problem with the fact that he feels like this about women," he feels he can do this to women, or I have a problem with the fact that he feels this way about disabled people, or he mocks them or whatever. Like, you don't get to say, "Oh, well, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that." No, no, no. Like, that's, again, now we're talking about ideology, because we're talking about an opinion, then we're talking about politics, and then we're talking about the ability to enact your opinion onto politics.
Right.
So your opinion ain't just some innocent little butterfly flapping through the wind. It's threatening somebody.
Exactly. Because you
And
not liking tea and me
say again?
liking coffee doesn't matter. You don't have to ever have coffee in your house, and that's quite fine. But you're not out here campaigning that they don't sell coffee anymore.
Right. You don't organize a letter writing campaign. I like, I think that people who consume tea or illiterate degenerates, please ban this substance immediately. Ain't nobody doing that shit. But
Right.
what people are doing is they are saying, I don't want my child using the bathroom the same bathroom as a transgender student. Please make them go use the nurse's office bathroom, or some other bathroom, but get that shit out of my kid's life. That is impressively, like,
Right.
profound in how rude and how wrong it is.
And it's completely lazy as a parent because
Exactly.
look, kids don't require as much explanation for things as people like to act like they do. I got into a very big argument with my favorite aunt in the whole entire world about
Not
transgender.
knowing it. Not knowing it.
No, me and Carrie got into it because
Oh,
she
damn.
he was taking the position of, my grandson is 7. How do I explain this to him? I'm like, easy. If you see a person that you know as an adult is transgendered and your grandson asks you, is that a man or a woman? You have one answer. That's a woman.
Exactly.
How long does she have makeup on? Is she in a dress and heels? Is she going by the name Susan? That is a woman.
That's also a peak white woman name. Continue.
Right. That's all you need to tell a 7-year-old child. When I was 6, I asked my mother why my Aunt Danielle wore boys' underwear. And her answer was because she likes them. And I said, okay. I asked her why Aunt Danielle and Aunt Jenny were obviously a couple. And her answer was because sometimes women like women and men like men. And I said, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Like, people really act like it's really that complicated, to be honest. And like, that's
it's
really just them trying to conform with their own bigotry. But it's like, it really ain't that deep.
it's
It really
not.
ain't.
It's not. It's like y'all making it more than it needs to be. Because the moment you tell a child that something is wrong,
That
now they
That
shit's
sticks
wrong.
with them.
yeah. It's like that's how that shit started.
Right. But yeah,
Like,
in closing, like, just keep and let this be a lesson that your fucked up opinions can be wrong, can be hurtful, and can have an impact on people.
right.
And that it's not just about you all the time. Like, I don't want to hear another nigga say shit about white women. Not nothing. Look what your beloved white women got you. Now
Rachel
you
Dolezal.
have a warrant. Now, right? Look. Thank you, Dan. See, that's why you my brother. Look at what your beloved Rachel Dolezals and evolving white women got you. They got you Trump. So there you go.
Right, they was evolving and getting ass shots and naming their biracial sons Jaden, and they went and voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm. And they learning to fry chicken and make black women useless, like Trick Daddy said. Now look what you got. You got Trump. There you go. I don't want to hear you niggas say shit.
Because when the
All
shit,
right,
who's on your
go ahead.
side?
Black women. Black women were trying to save this country from itself, and niggas and white women said nope.
Have been.
All have been.
Always.
But all right. We say all that to say, be aware, laugh, and try to find some kind of joy in this Trump apocalypse, and let's find a way to come together. Cause we literally, black folks, we literally all we got. We really are at this point. We literally all we got.
Yeah,
All right.
it's really time to circle the wagons. And again, for those people who may be listening to this who might be in that minority of white women who voted for Trump, or might not be LGBTQ community, or might not be an immigrant, might not have contact with any immigrants, or might not have any close proximity to anybody who's disabled. This is the time where it's going to take venturing out of that comfort zone you got just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And like I said, I get it. Like, so many of us have been, so many of us doing this for so long already. But if you're really looking to globalize this shit and really, say, oh, well, Trump appealed to the sensibilities of rich, white, conservative, straight, men, then it's prudent of us then to say, well, shit, I'm a part of the everybody else group. This disabled woman is a part of the everybody else group. This trans man is a part of the somebody else group. This, immigrant from, wherever is a part of this other group. We gonna work together. We gonna coalesce and we gonna be great together.
Because the answers are out there. If you are a person who is in an area where it is kind of, for lack of a better way to put it, sheltered. You are a place where it is majority white and you don't hardly ever see black people. But you also don't think that, you're not actually a racist. Like you actually didn't vote for a racist. You actually don't agree with the shit that his campaign and the people on his team want to do and put into place, then you need to seek out the information you need.
Right.
Because they're twiddling your thumb saying, oh my God, I didn't think the United States was this bad. I didn't think this was this commonplace. We've been telling you for centuries that it is.
Yeah. I think, you know what, and speaking of that, Rhea, and you bring up a good point, like, I really believe, like, this was, like, because, I know we kind of been in, like, fuck white people mode, and rightfully so, but I really do think, if anything, this was a wake-up call for the, well-meaning white folks. It's like, bro,
the white moderate to...
Right. It's like, we've been telling y'all this, but, yeah, America ain't that woke. Never has been, to be perfectly honest.
America's just been sleepwalking.
Right. This is just the par for the course default back to racism.
Right. But we've been sleepwalking. And now somebody woke everybody up. So all the people who are like, oh, it's not that bad, this isn't really happening, now they're seeing it in real time. Like there's been 200 racial incidents since President-elect was announced. It has not even been a week.
Right.
I'm like, this is the shit we deal with every day.
Right. Also,
electrifying.
One more, not to cut you off, Reed. One more thing before we move on. Democrats, y'all got to learn how to get information, because looking at you, Bernie Bros, y'all niggas don't know how to stay the course. Because as soon as your mans wasn't the elect no more, like I said earlier, y'all niggas abandoned ship. And yeah.
Right. Considering that Hillary and Bernie had a lot of things that are similar.
Right. They agreed and voted for a lot of stuff.
And Bernie kept telling the asses, get out there and vote for this woman. And I'm just going to go a step further and assume it's because he knew he had a job in her cabinet, which makes perfect sense when you really think about it. Right. But Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bernie just disappeared and didn't do shit for really nobody, or not nobody, but like just didn't even worry about trying to fight for change and enact change and shit like that. So
Right. Because I think Bernie, like, because people, and again, I really think a lot of the pushback for Hillary. Well, she was. Shout out to the black women that were uh, in her camp, because they really did a good job of trying to sell. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Hillary wasn't. She was the most obvious choice, but she wasn't the greatest candidate. Even with her being the most qualified motherfucker ever, like, she wasn't the best candidate. With that also said, yeah, a lot of those, a lot of Democrats, and we kind of really don't address this that much because we really haven't seen it until now. Yeah, a lot of Democrats, especially Democratic men, white men, a lot of them are sexist too.
Oh, completely.
Because there's no way you don't get information when that is the other choice. There's no way.
If Hillary had been Harold Clinton and not Hillary Clinton, we wouldn't have these problems.
You know what? And I agree, Reed. I 100% agree.
Because there are still, across all genders, color lines, there are still a large amount of people who do not believe that a woman is capable of holding that position. Period.
Which is sad that in this day and age, we still have that hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
And that's like, I want everybody to stop even pretending like they are entertaining the idea of Michelle Obama running for president. If we get Hillary in the White House, how the fuck do you think we're going to get a black woman there?
Listen,
and Michelle don't want that. Michelle, I don't think want that job. I don't think she, frankly,
she's been on record. She's been on record saying now.
Yeah, which is good, and people trying to, frankly, at that point, once she said no, at that point, you trying to push for it. You basically ignoring that woman and trying to curse her with that job. Don't do that shit. Don't get seen out here doing that shit.
Right, and also, like, you think the amount of racism and sexism Michelle experienced as the first lady was bad. But nigga, what you think gonna happen when if she runs? Like, no, I would fight somebody. Like, if they, nigga, listen, look, all right, don't play, because I will fight somebody. If Michelle had runs in the first racist or sexist thing I see point toward her, I'm fighting somebody. Nah, I don't want Michelle to go through that.
They gave her shit because she wore a dress that showed her arm.
Listen.
And now we got a first lady who posed naked, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, that's no big deal."
Right, but you took Vanessa Williams' crown because she posed naked. So you hold
what is the truth?
Nudity as a bigger problem for Miss USA or Miss Universe or whoever the fuck she was. That's a bigger problem than the first lady posing nude.
It is if she's white.
Who has, God only knows how many rape charges. Whether they have been dropped or not is irrelevant. The fact that the president-elect has had multiple rape charges against him. And y'all, to put this person, you put a reality star as the president. Now, I can think of better reality stars we could have picked.
Flavor Flav is one.
You could have voted the situation in as the president, and I probably wouldn't be that upset about it. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, we could have got, like, I mean, like we could have put maybe Nene Leaks, maybe.
Right. Tiffany Pollard.
Yes. Definitely could have got New York up in there.
Put New York as president.
Right.
You put as the Secretary of Agriculture.
Who?
Hottie with her non-cooking ass.
Listen. All right. What? This has really been one long fuck White America episode, and we still got some other stuff to talk about. All right, so Dan, take us into paying some bills right quick. Then we're gonna wrap up a little bit because The Walking Dead about to come on.
All right, let's do this. Crown of Collards is brought to you by a number of wonderful sources of shopping and entertainment and things like that. One of those is Amazon.com. Now, Cyber Monday is coming up, so what you might want to do is go to CSPN.us, click Keep Our Podcast Free, click Amazon.com, the very first one on the list, and go sign up for that 1 year long Amazon Prime deal. Because mine is set to renew, and man, like the joys of having that shit is, I can't overstate it enough, seriously. So yeah, get that Amazon Prime in your life. Do all your shopping, your holiday shopping, get your stuff early, hide it, whether you gotta hide it at work or in the trunk of your car or whatever. But buy your shit through Amazon. We got skullcandy.com. We got free shipping on all standard orders. If you just go to CSPN.us, click Keep Our Podcast Free, roll down to Skull Candy. I believe that's the second one now. And get you some new headphones. I probably need to do that for myself, speaking of. And last but not least, if you are having a successful cuffing season, at least one of us on this podcast is not. But if you're having a successful cuffing season,
Dan, please
make that 2. But continue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if that's working out in your favor, go to AdamEveToys.com through our link, CSPN.us. Scroll down, keep our podcast free. Roll it on down till you see AdamEveToys.com. Clicking through there, do you some shopping, save 50% on one item that includes almost everything in store. The website will tell you what is, exceptions to that rule as you go to checkout. But just about everything applies. So what you want to do is when you get to the checkout, type in the code OHTOY, OHTOY. Save you 50% off one item. Treat yourself. Make it fun.
Be a greater hoe, not a hater hoe. Namaste.
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 Namaste, 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 and all that.
Mamakusa.
Namaste.
Mamakusa.
All right, so bills paid. Anyway, there's other links to do your shopping.
Because I got some bills to pay.
You got some bills?
I got some bills to pay. I need a link that I can just tell somebody to scroll down and click on the link and help me pay my bills.
Well, listen, we doing this so the listeners won't have to pay to listen to me sound like a can of motor oil.
Automobile. Oh.
Read, please.
What? I'll just say it.
Why are you like this? Yeah, you're right. All right, so our final topic, and we're gonna wrap up and get out of here. We didn't do a bring it back last week, but we do have one today. And
I mean, in the week's time, did not go listen to the album that I was hoping he would listen.
Why are you bringing up old shit?
This is current events now that we into the.
It's not the point, Daniel. All right.
Damn.
Focus. This artist who we are doing this album for, he is a treasure in the Black community, and we really do not give him enough of his flowers while he is still here to smell them. And that is one Cisco. And we are bringing back his Unleash the Dragon album.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Oh shit, indeed. It was released November 30th, 1999. He recorded this album during the Drew Hill's hiatus. Still featured them on the album, obviously. And gave us some great hits such as "Got to Get It," "Incomplete," and the greatest music video of all time, the thong
Yes.
song.
I feel like we
Greatest.
talked about that before on this show.
Yes, we did with Trina.
Yes.
We talked about the video.
The video, yeah.
Yes. So this this was Cisco's debut solo album, and probably one of the best debut albums of all time.
That was definitely my favorite album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this album won flames. Then this as a
I-
debut album, this won flames.
I didn't say that.
You know, you had that old contrarian, Liberian ass. Okay.
Was I not supposed to? I mean, it is what it is.
All opinions,
You been,
Jeremy.
huh?
All opinions matter.
No, they don't. That's what got us Trump. No, they don't.
Yeah.
no, they do not. Really. But we're just gonna chalk that up to damn being a hater hoe. But Reese, your thoughts on this album? This from Cisco, who we do not give enough credit to for being the immaculate man that he is.
I will say that it was one of my favorite albums that came out at that time. For certain. Because, at 99, I was good and grown.
Yes.
Because I'm old.
I was going to say, Reed, to be fair, you always been grown.
True.
Being honest. You ain't
True.
you always let these hoes know you are not the 1, 2, nor 3. So
true. But in November 30th, 1999, I had just turned 24. So I was good and grown in the club, shaking my ass, doing all kinds of things that we are not going to talk about.
We will not speak on these things.
No.
This is fine.
Shout out for growing up before social media.
Whoo! Right.
But that I still remember when that album came out, and I kept it in heavy rotation. Because Incomplete was like the best song ever.
This nigga had a goddamn tiger in the video.
True.
A whole tiger with in an athletic shirt with a Jesus peach and a goddamn Cuja outfit. We let that happen.
Yeah. Did I ever tell
what we
you
let happen?
Thought the thong song was sung by Ricky Martin?
I can see why one would think that at that time. That's actually fair.
Because the whole Living La Vida Loca line, she was like, it's got to be Ricky Martin. And I'm like, ma'am, no.
Yeah, no, like, we know the answer is no, obviously. But, I mean, that's, okay. Like,
Right.
that's fair.
Dan, your thoughts since you over there being a hater hoe.
Dog, I don't hate this album. I mean, again, I think it's slight hyperbole that we're calling it like one of the greatest debut albums of all time.
Jeremy, he's full of hyperbole when it comes to shit. So
okay, all right.
I will say Drew Hill is the reigning king of being extra as fuck.
Yes.
But making
I actually fuck with, like, as far as that goes, like, I actually fuck with him on that because, like, being extra is cool.
Listen, sometimes you need a flamboyant ass nigga, okay?
Bruh.
And they was all flamboyant.
Like,
Listen,
the Unleash the Dragon video.
I mean, Jazz was even flamboyant. Like, he wasn't getting his flamboyance that high up off the ground. Because, Fat nigga can't jump quite that high.
However, you're shaming the fat conglomerate. I don't appreciate this. We all sensitive people.
I can't jump that high off the ground. I'm speaking from experience.
This is fine.
Try to get up off that ground. And considering who else was out at that time, of course, you got Jagged Edge, and they've been singing the same 6 songs since '93.
Hello.
But that's cool because they at least pick the consistent good songs to be the repetitive ones.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think Drew Hill kind of fed into the other side of people, to that flamboyant side of people.
Well, they make music for everybody.
Right. No,
Even with just Cisco himself, like Cisco has never not been a flamboyant ass nigga. Like not never.
no.
Like I'm pretty sure I don't even know if that nigga has a Twitter account. He tweeted, but I'm pretty sure he right now, yeah, singing at somebody fixing his chicken plate at Zaxby's. Like I'm pretty sure.
Because he did just yell for no reason.
He really did. I don't care what you say, Dan. One of the greatest yellers of our generation.
What is
Cisco-
with this? I don't care what you say, Dan. Shit going on in this whole.
Because you be in a hater hole. That's why.
My first words when you threw it to me was Cisco is one of the greatest oversingers of all time, and I even said that I fucks with Cisco on the strength of that. If he wasn't an oversinger, I would not like him as much.
Right.
So can you please and thank you in advance, like reel that shit in, because
if Cisco came out singing like Brian McKnight, you'd be like,
right, like this ain't it. Like I don't know if do y'all remember when Cisco, Will Smith, and Kool Moe Dee did Wild Wild West Live, and they brought Stevie Wonder out at the very end?
Yes. That's one of my favorite performances.
Dog, Cisco was backflipping. He was sliding across the floor on his knees. He was dancing on his back. He was running from point A to point B to point C to point D. He was all over the place, and it was the most perfect encapsulation of all things Cisco as you gonna find.
true. Very true.
Not only that, but the Unleash the Dragon video, the one I've been wanting to talk about, like that shit was so extra and so confusing and so enjoyable.
Right. It was like an acid trip for no reason.
Right, like with the big fucking dragon that. Do y'all remember how that video ended when the way he beat the dragon up?
Bro, yeah. Some of the most extra shit I ever seen in my damn life.
Do y'all remember how he beat the dragon up?
Vaguely. I'm gonna have to go watch the video.
Right, like after The Walking Dead come on, I'm gonna have to watch the video.
Let me just I'll just say it. So Cisco is being let down an alleyway by this dragon that's chasing him. And Cisco busts that, that spin he always does? The arms out and then brings him in and does the spin.
Yeah.
And then he put his shades on. After he did the spin, he did the exaggerated shades putting on maneuver, did the jacket joint, and then he ran. He ran under the dragon, and then fell into an alley that he was being chased down. That's how Cisco. That is how Cisco unleashed his own dragon.
So he's like a member of the X-Men.
Basically,
he wasn't even running that fast. That's the trip part about it. He was just running regular, like. I mean, Cisco looked like he in good shape and shit, but I don't think he the fastest motherfucker going. So,
I mean, maybe the dragon was tired. He been chasing him the whole video. He might have been tired by then.
Right. The damn dragon might have been old.
Right.
Yeah, he had a black outfit on. The outfit turned red when he had to unleash the dragon, and then he out-dragoned the dragon by doing a dance move that ain't had no dragon connotation whatsoever in it. Put some shades on and ran out of alleyway. Cisco is the realest nigga out.
Yes. We need to give him his flowers while he's still here to smell them.
Yes.
Because
he gonna yell at you about it.
Like,
if you just imagine, just picture like trying to deliver a gift to Cisco. Yeah, thank
Really?
you for giving me this gift.
and then so let's fuck it up. Not to put too fine a point on it, but let's fuck it up a little bit even more. So when Cisco runs away from the dragon that's now fallen into an alley and has died, or is dying rather, because it's fallen in an alley that it can't get out of. Cisco goes, Cisco, nigga, what?
See,
All just the
Y'all can't tell me Cisco's little ass getting his ass kicked by a dragon and he beat up by putting shades on and running from it.
y'all niggas gonna make me unleash the dragon.
Like, if you were not a Cisco fan before this song came out,
how could you?
this video should have made you a Cisco fan.
That's hilarious.
It's the flamboyance of Cisco, man. Again, like, I think Cisco, and then for that time, Cisco just gave us a lot of, like, I know we say the term now, like, Cisco was unapologetically black before unapologetically black became a thing.
Cisco was just Cisco and didn't really give a fuck about what nobody else was doing.
No, not a one. Cisco ain't had time to give a shit about nobody else.
But that really
Cisco,
was the theme musically in the 90s in the first place.
which is why it was so good.
Right. I mean, if you think about like how Busta Rhymes dressed in the 90s, like he clearly didn't give a fuck about what nobody else thought.
Busta Rhymes dressed back then how Cam Newton dresses now without the Maze Mobley look. Like Busta was giving us like a watered down version of what Cam Newton dresses like now.
All right, but enough about Busta Rhymes. Back to Cisco. So I said this before, and I mean the bears repeating it at this point in the show where we are with our lives. But the Thong Song is one of the 10 greatest videos ever made. Might be one of the greatest 5 videos ever made. If you said it was number 1, I might not argue with you. And that video was made by two things outside of the obvious. Like, it's the
Cisco
Thong
walked
Song,
on ass,
it's
bro.
Tim and Bob production. They didn't do that whole Chemical Brothers like overly pretentious shit with making a video about like thermal energy and no shit like that. They said it's a thong song, asses are in thongs. We gonna make an ass video. But this video is buoyed by exactly two things. First, there's the part where Cisco is dancing with the guys during the music breakdown, and when they do that one little step and they swing the leg forward and the ground shakes.
Yes.
You feel me on that, Ree?
I'm with you.
So that's the first thing, because like that shit was extra unnecessary, because it's just a regular ass dance move. Like, I mean, you ain't really making the ground move. Oh, okay, all right, you want the ground to move? Ground go fucking move. Let's go. But then after that, the partners get together and they throw Cisco in the air, and he skywalks on all of the asses and titties onto the stage with
like Jesus,
where the orchestra has been waiting to like back him in person the whole time, and then it becomes a neon party on a beach.
Right.
I think that moment is one of, might not even one of. I think that moment is the greatest moment in Black love or just any video that ever would have played on BET. I think it's the greatest moment of all time in these videos. Certainly in this generation. If you wanted to say all time, I would roll with it. Because it changed everything. It was just a regular old day party where they was playing volleyball and eating hot
Right.
dogs and shit.
And putting the whole gratuitous shot of the mustard going across the hot dog.
You feel me? Though?
I was like, why do we need this, sir? Like, what are you trying to tell me?
Oh, come on, like
You're trying to tell me because I'm grown.
right. I mean, I was 14 or 15 when that video came out, and I figured it out right away. So I mean, it wasn't a secret, but I mean, he skywalked on the asses and the titties.
Like Jesus.
I feel like he watched the Rump Shaker video and said, how can I turn this completely out?
Right. I need to be a little more bombastic.
Yeah, I need to be as ridiculous as possible. But I still want to see asses jiggling. Like,
Right.
he had to come up with that video concept because a sober person is not going to say, hey, yo, when we do this leg stomp, we want the world to shake.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just shake. Like, you
Right.
5'5", you ain't got that much power in your foot, bro. You really don't.
All right. So just to wrap up real quick, what is y'all, as we always do, what's y'all top 3 favorite songs on this album in no particular order?
Wait, I'm gonna throw that to you first.
See, here's the thing about this album, though. It's not as memorable as it is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you put it in and you let it play, and I'm pretty much sure that I could sing every song on there. What I cannot do is tell you what's on it.
You know, I think I kind of know why that is. It's because everything is so bombastic and so grand that it all kind of gets brought into. It all kind of runs together.
So it's like the only thing that sticks out, of course, the song sticks out because that is the star of the CD. And then Incomplete sticks out because it itself just kind of didn't fit in the flow of the rest of it. I mean, it's extra because it's Cisco and he's extra, but it was just
Right.
a nice love song. So
Right.
beyond the thong song and Incomplete, and of course Unleash the Dragon, I really can't tell you what else is on there. But if you play the song, I'd be like, that was my shit off that CD.
For me, it's really niche, and it's like a holy trinity for me on this album. It's my top 3, and they right all together. It's the thong song, obviously, Incomplete, and then Addicted. That's my top 3.
I'm trying to remember how Addicted goes. Hold on. Don't sing it, Jeremy.
I'm not, because you know I can't sing.
Right. But you
Oh, you wanted to sing on the show though? You talking about you can't sing now? Okay.
Shut up, Dan. That's not the point.
sing. You sing it. And that's why I'm like, no. Say yourself. Say the people. Say the words. Don't do that. But I think I got it in my head now. So we good.
All right, Dan.
All right. Let's see. So I'm not voting for Unleash the Dragon because that song is so fucking stupid. Although it gave us an amazing video, which is just.
Yeah, but the music is just. See, I voted it in because of the music.
But let's see. So I'm gonna say, shit. Can I count the You Are Everything remix on it, even though it technically wasn't really on that album, except it's a bonus track in some countries?
We'll accept that.
All right, cool. So the You Are Everything remix with Ja Rule, because that's when we had 2 people with funny like post-peak careers at their peaks. So hearing Ja Rule and Cisco trade their bars and shit was cool. It was a funny video. It was a fun video. It was cool. They had the fast cars racing and shit. So that was one I liked a lot. I still jam that one on the regular. Um, I'm gonna say Your Love Is Incredible was another favorite.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
Mm. And Jeremy kind of stole Addicted as my third. But I'm gonna just roll with it. And Incomplete was out of all the singles, Incomplete was my favorite single. But um, obviously,
Because he sounded like he meant that shit.
exactly. That shit was heartfelt as hell.
Yeah.
But Thong Song again, like in the pantheon of great music videos, is one of the all time going to be really tough to top the legends.
Yeah, it's up there.
Um,
It's definitely up there. In ridiculousness, if nothing else.
yeah. And that's all I needed it to be. I just needed it to be bombastic, ridiculous, silly, crazy, but yet amazing.
That's what the 90s was about.
Especially the late 90s. Hype Williams directing videos and all the other ones was just, it was a good time. It was a good time to be alive. I'm glad I witnessed it.
Yeah. It was definitely, it was fun to be grown at that time. For certain.
Yep. Oh, man. Thinking about all the videos that were popular around that time, and they were all just these grand productions that obviously no one's
Right.
really doing now, but back then, Lord, if you didn't have $1 million video, you were nothing.
You had to have $1 million video, and your movie wasn't shit if you didn't have a bomb ass soundtrack.
Right.
Like, it was guaranteed.
But,
Put your hands.
yeah, it's crazy how many soundtracks that I had that like I had either I had
Right.
like a lot of the songs off from already, so I didn't keep the soundtracks
Yeah.
that I now lost because like I changed computers a couple times. It's like damn, like what songs did I have that I miss? Like shit off of the Dangerous Mind soundtrack, off of How High, off of what was the other one?
I still got the Above the Rim soundtrack,
Yep,
New Jack City soundtrack. Like, I still physically have the soundtrack.
must be nice. Mine got washed up and washed
Yeah.
away.
I don't know how I ended up with them still, but they still, yeah.
Hey, it's lit. Litney Spears.
Holding on for dear.
Yep, but I don't know.
Look like
Anything else you wanna? Huh?
Looks like we lost Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy has been he excommunicated himself because The Walking Dead was on. He couldn't wait one commercial break to catch up and get live with everybody else. But that's all right. We ain't worried about him. But is there anything else you wanted to talk about with that album, or you want to wrap it up, or how you feeling?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on the Crown of Collards podcast. Again, we 2 away from 100. It's good to have you back.
No problem. I'm here whenever you need me.
Hell yeah. And you want to tell the folks where they can find you on Twitter or beyond?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Riri. That's REEREE _ is on and the number 1. And that's really the only place you need to worry about finding me.
Trill. Hey, I mean, some people give the Snapchats or the Instagrams or the Facebooks or Tumblrs. But yeah, no, if you keeping a single source, hit up on the Twitter, then we're gonna keep a single source. Hit her up on the Twitter. Find her, y'all. She's really awesome, a consistent entertainer on the timeline. And also, like I said, named our show for us, which is, something that we, deserve constantly the or debt of gratitude to. So
I'm glad that
on
you
behalf, what's that? Hello?
I'm glad that you chose it.
Right on. Yeah, it works, man. It's really kind of become a name. We grew into it. It fits. It's a good fit.
Yeah.
So I thank you for that. I thank you, the listener, for getting through 98 / well over 100 of these with us. Again, check out all the other wonderful shows on the CSPN. Shout out to the Homie Classic Material for keeping this thing going alive for us. And we are out. Peace.
Peace out.